Alright, hello everyone!
Hello, friends.
Yay, mic check worked! Alright, hi! So it's been a while, but we are back on Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations, Episode 5, Bridge to the Turnabout. We are on our first day of trial, and I think I did that for the first time, like, without really hesitating during it, so, you know.
Woo.
The Oscar goes to me, thank you to the Academy or whatever.
Slaps insanely.
Anyways, so as I just said, we are on our first day of trial. So neither Bikini nor Iris seem to be lying about Iris going to the inner temple and staying out the whole night. So somehow Iris was in two places at once, which is a problem. Apparently what frightened Iris away from the temple is a letter threatening to out her secret to Phoenix, but that was just Larry's writing being marginally more creepy than he actually is.
Yeah, that's really weird.
Sorry, bud. He also saw something weird about the burning bridge from where he slept in Heavenly Hall. Edgeworth's going to be pulling some subterfuge to defend Iris. In real life, he would not need to con anyone to act as the defense. Yeah, he just need... Yeah, anyways. And also, he's pulling strings to have a judge who won't recognize him and face a prosecutor of his choice, which seems like a real abuse of power, because it is. Generally, you don't get to do this, since Godot can't be reached. And since Godot won't be present for now, let's hope that the substitute prosecutor has a gimmick we can keep a counter of. We'll see. So, we ready to see who our mystery prosecutor is?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
That's right. Oh shit. February 9th, 9:47 damn a.m. I hate that Phoenix has to do this all the time. District Court better love me number 1.
I literally sat there and went, is this a Mia case? I don't remember what we're doing, despite the fact that I literally just spent the last minute and a half talking about it.
Right?
We're doing real good today, guys.
Oh yeah, what a great start.
Oh my, Mr. Larice feels that way about me?
Yes, it's your secret love.
It's like, I'm gonna go throw up into this bag now. Thank you. Apparently, he isn't aware of your real secret at all. This is no time to be embarrassed.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm just hardly accustomed to that sort of thing.
Worry not, and in any case, whatever it was that he saw on that night of the incident, mark my words, I will drag it out of him.
Does that mean Mr. Larice is the witness today?
No. That'd be... actually, is that a good thing? I'm trying to really think about that. I believe that none will be the first to take the stand.
Sister Bikini.
She claims to have seen the very instant in which you carried out the crime. I just want to ask you... Right. I just want to ask you one last time. It really wasn't you who killed Miss Elise Donim, correct?
Hi, Maverick. Oh gosh. Hi, honey. Can you sit down? Thank you. No. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Excuse me. No. Love you gently. Yeah, wow.
Please remember that you are on stream, and anything that you say is being recorded at the moment. I
would like to make a disclaimer that if I ever threaten my dog, I'm not actually going to murder him. Anyway, that is correct. It wasn't me.
Very well then.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes.
You're a prosecutor, aren't you? Are you sure about this? If your true identity is revealed, oh my god.
Why are you threatening me?
Then it doesn't matter.
Don't worry. I've made the necessary arrangements.
Besides, you don't want to take your luck because I think we've met 3 whole defense attorneys. We have Nick, who's in the hospital. We have Mia, who's dead. And we know is dead.
Oh, yeah.
And then we met Grossberg.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Who we've never actually seen in a trial. But judging how he was assessing Mia's trial, I can't imagine that would be a great defense. So right now, Edgeworth is your best choice, lady.
Yeah, you're lucky it's Edgeworth and not Grossberg, because you'd be listening about the boils in his butt all the time or some
the
shit.
hemorrhoids.
Like, his hemorrhoids, whatever they are.
Oh, and Robert Hammond, also dead.
Oh yeah, forgot about him. And Gregory
He's
Edgeworth, who is also dead.
Also dead.
Yes.
So like,
Defense attorneys don't live very long in this game.
no. I feel like this is a weird trend.
Mm-hmm. I see.
Iris. It is a prosecutor's job to doubt people. So naturally, I'm hella sus. But right now, I am. Defense attorney. That was hard to say out loud. Defense attorney's job is to believe in people. Ugh. And to believe until the bitter end. I can't believe these words are escaping my mouth.
Is that really a defense attorney's job?
That's what my friend told me once. Ew, I said the F word.
Oh my god, you have friends?
Burn.
Mr. Edgeworth.
I simply ask that you watch and decide for yourself whether or not I am a fit to do this task I have been entrusted.
Very well, sir. I leave my defense in your capable hands.
All right, let's get ready for court.
February 9th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 7. Ooh, a lucky number. Yay.
Sir,
Oh, wow.
did you just not arrange for a prosecutor? I'd like to point out, does he automatically win if the prosecution doesn't just show up?
Right, like, I like winning. What a great stream, you guys. We did it. We had a great stream.
I believe I was the Canadian judge.
Yes, you were.
Court is now in session for the trial of Sister Iris of... oh, excuse me. Yeah.
Of that.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh my god, ew.
Defense does indeed appear to be ready. However, the same cannot be said for the prosecution in this case, Finnegan. I'm just having a time with my sons today. Get out of here. I'm not sure I like such a blatant waste of this court's time. An empty prosecutor's chair can only mean someone's dead. But the prosecutor has no confidence in their ability to prove their case.
Sadly enough, I think that you're more correct than he is.
Right.
Hey, remember you licked the bowl. You won't forget in 2 seconds. Sorry. Itching his own butt, and now he remembered that there was a bowl. Okay, no, sorry, I'll forget. It would seem this case is already over before it had a chance to begin. Sorry, I was waiting for... I'm ready to announce my verdict at this time. This court finds the defendant...
Wow, this is the easiest trial we've ever had.
Oh my god, I'm a genius. By requesting nobody to show up, I'm the winner.
Oh,
Oh my god.
The prosecution stands ready.
I like how they think we don't know who that is. And you are.
Franziska von Karma, prosecuting prodigy.
Von Car. Brain froze.
Oh no.
Karma, you say, firsthand, you wouldn't be of any relation to the legendary prosecutor Manfred von Karma.
Daddy!
Legends are a thing of the past. I am a Von Karma, that is all. Upon a special request, I flew in today for the purposes of prosecuting this case.
His choice of
Was his adopted sister, yes.
prosecutor.
Uh-huh. I just want a chance to beat her one time.
And just a whip count one.
We're gonna need a whip count. Yikes.
You did, then you must be quite a big shot, eh?
I forgot how much I loved Franziska until she came back.
Saucy string, yes.
By the way, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes, Your Honor.
Almost certain that I've seen you somewhere before, or am I just imagining things?
Absolutely.
You look very much like a prosecutor I met once. I think this is so stupid.
I believe you're imagining things, Your Honor.
I'd like to point out, this man was a prosecutor in a trial that ended with a man dying in the middle of the courtroom. And Edgeworth was like, you know what? This judge probably doesn't have any trauma from it. It's fine. He's probably forgotten this trial already.
Oh, yeah. That's why I picked this.
Miss Von Karma, do you have anything to say? Never.
There is no such weakling as this man among those of the prosecutor's office.
Wow.
There isn't, but I'm sure something.
I told you there is no such weakling.
One whip.
Isn't that whip count 2?
Oh,
3?
2, yeah.
How many are we on? I've already lost count.
I think it might be 2. Oh, Maverick. Hold on, my dumb dog immediately, like I said, like I predicted, forgot he licked the bowl. Love you so nice and gently, so the internet doesn't think I'm an animal abuser. But boy, howdy, are you testing me, boy? Okay. What is that? A whip? Eventually, when we do our whatever that game kind of thing we were going to do where we're all going to be on camera, I need to make sure everyone can see that I actually do have dogs and I'm not just crazy. Anyway, what is that? A whip? I'm not sure I care for such a thing in my courtroom.
Actually, it's a nay-nay. Ha ha!
Bailiff, remove that whip at.
I'd like to point out the bailiff is currently risking his life.
Oh yeah, they're gonna die. Fine. I have no objection to the whip or the nay-nay.
Doesn't. You don't.
The prosecution can wield a whip or drink 17 cups of coffee. Not that anyone would. But there is still only one truth. That is what I stand here to prove today.
This promises to be interesting. Miles Edgeworth. I had expected to face Phoenix Wright here today. But looking at you now, maybe this is what I've been waiting for all this time. Miles Edgeworth, I will not allow this chance to crush you slip through my fingers.
Bring it on, sis. I see you brought your flair for the histrionic.
I'd like to point out brother versus sister fight.
Oh yeah, like sibling fight.
This is the biggest sibling squabble in history at the moment.
Oh yeah, like they're gonna, like at the end of the court, they're gonna go up to each other and then start slapping each other like like sissies. It's like no you, like like that. Yeah, that's it. That's what's gonna happen. I'm predicting it now.
Allow me to add to the things I'm not sure about. people acting bizarrely in my court.
Oh, sir, you haven't been around, have you? We're on 5?
This is gonna get real fast. Keep going.
Yeah.
The stage is not me.
The
Sorry.
stage is set. Now, continue with the proceedings, Your Honor.
The judge has just been talking so goddamn much, I was assuming it was me. Very well, Miss Von Karma. Please give an outline of this case. With as little whipping as possible.
At least he's putting his foot down more than the other guy.
If you insist. The murder victim is the famed picture book author, Miss Elise Dunim. Her body was found in the Hazakura Temple courtyard. She had been stabbed through the torso by a ceremonial sword from a golden statue.
The sword in this picture is the weapon in question, correct? Very well. The court accepts this photo of the crime scene.
Woo, we got a crime scene photo.
Oh my god, you guys.
There is no mistake. This was the doing of Sister Iris. After all, there is a witness to her crime.
Very well. Please bring this witness to the stand.
And so it begins. My first and last trial as a defense attorney. Still hurts to say it.
Oh no.
Wow, she's short as fuck. Sorry.
Witness, state your name and occupation. Please.
Look at her a stool. How short is she?
I mean,
Oh
we
my
got
God.
Cody Hackins a box to stand on. I feel like we need to find that same box.
Yeah, where's that
Just
box
the
at?
witness box.
Witness box, yeah. For short people. I mean, I can't talk. I'm the size of a flea, so.
Yeah, we're not talking about that right now.
Hold on there. Here, I'm not sure about being not sure if I care for this at all.
Okay.
Witness, please stand up nice and straight.
She tried.
If I recall correctly, there are a few milk crates in the defendant's lobby for our pain-plagued witness.
Say that
Really?
5 times fast.
Such a crate for this poor lady, please.
I can't believe y'all don't got stools here. Like, damn. Wow, finally.
You are supposed to be uncomfortable while you testify it so that you don't tell lies, which apparently does not work because everyone literally lies on the witness stand. It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know what perjury is in this universe, but it can't be a very high crime.
Oh, yeah.
Once again, your name and occupation, please.
Little me? Well, I am the head nun of Hatsukura Temple on Eagle Mountain. My name is Bikini. You got it? Bikini. Nice to meet everyone. But you don't appear to be wearing a bikini right now.
6.
6? Is that 6?
6.
The courtroom is the garden of holy judgment. Those with lechery in their hearts should leave this sanctuary at once.
You want me to leave? No, I need you to get your bikinis in a twist. Let me tell you, I'm a sight to behold in the summer.
In any case, witness, I hear that you saw the crime take place on the night in question.
That's right. I can still hardly believe it myself, to be honest. There's no way dear little Iris could do anything like it. Let us hear what you have to say then. First, tell us about your own movements that night, eh?
I love how they finally remembered that he was Canadian.
Right, I was like, oh, hello, Canadian judge. Night of the murder.
That night, I was helping an acolyte with her training in the inner temple, but, well, as you can see, my back likes to act up violently. So I left Iris to help the acolyte and returned to Hasakura Temple. There's no bath at the inner temple, you see, and I needed a long hot soak. It was after I had finished, just as I was heading back, that's when I saw it. Penny, would you like to read for me? So it was simply a coincidence that you found yourself returning to Hasakura Temple? I guess you could say that. If my back hadn't been in so much pain, I would have stayed in the inner temple.
That sounds like a pretty important statement she just made.
There is only one problem with this testimony that I can see. And you're not about to follow the first hurdle. Now are you, Miles Edgeworth?
Mr. Ed is all I can see. Come on, there we go, Edgeworth. Please begin your cross-examination.
Mr. Ed.
Call me Mr. Ed. Murder!
That night I was helping an acolyte with her training in the inner temple, but...
Hold it. What is this inner temple?
Well, see, conversing with the spirits is what we train people to do, right? No, I'm Edgeworth.
No.
We'll be the one asking you the questions, madam.
Okay.
Madam.
Wow. Okay.
In order to do that, a place strong in spiritual power is required. That one was me. That last one was not me.
No.
There's a small temple across Dusky Bridge called the Inner Temple. Acolytes must spend an entire night there to undergo intense training.
And how exactly do you help with this process?
It's all quite exacting. It can't be performed without a nun supervising.
Like a tutor watching to make sure a spoiled child studies.
Wow, I mean, you're not wrong. A tutor with a whip in your case. If that is the case, then why did you return to Hazakura Temple where the murder took place?
Well, as you can see, my back legs stacked up violently.
Violently?
That's right. No laughing matter, especially in winter. I can't hold anything heavier than a knife and fork during the cold months. Just being alive is like circuit training.
Oh man, what a mood. On the night of the murder, was this fabulous back of yours hurting again?
I'm happy for you back to lick the bowl for a third time. That's right. Raging like a bull in a pig pen. I almost fainted once or twice. Girl, I know what that's like. I just knew that unless I warmed it up, it was going to finally finish me off. I left Iris to help the Acolyte and returned to Hazakura Temple.
You left Iris to help with that.
Yeah.
With what? Sorry.
What do you think? The Acolyte's training, of course. It's just past 10 p.m., so we were starting to enter into the training exercise proper. Oh, excuse me. Wasn't it your place to remain with the disciple? Well, the job is simply to watch over the Acolyte so they don't pass away.
Okay!
Just to confirm this point again, that night, you met Iris in the inner temple, correct?
Yes. She's a gentle, honest girl. She's never once failed to follow my direction.
First time for everything, bitch. I mean,
There's no bath at the inner temple, you see. I needed a long hot soak.
So, you returned to the Hazakura Temple in order to take a bath.
My back is to blame for everything. It's a do or be done in kind of world after all.
How long were you in the bath for, if you don't mind me asking?
Why do I feel like this is going to get off the rails very quickly?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I have
so
instant regrets.
My, what a filthy little rogue you are. I know what's on your mind.
What? Huh?
I bet your next question is going to be, where exactly did you wash? I think anybody wants to know this. This is why you have to watch the young ones.
What are you going on about?
Pathetic, Miles Edgeworth.
First time she's used it against Miles.
7.
Lowest of the low.
Is there some sort of kick me sign to the defense bench?
Yes.
I hate it here.
Anyway, I couldn't afford to be away from my post for too long, you understand. So...
I mean, I'd like to point out, ask stupid questions and everyone's going to make fun of you.
Right. A nun has to supervise to pull them out in case they get hypothermia. Don't need more lawsuits.
It was after I had finished, just as I was heading back, is when I saw it.
The crime took place in the courtyard, correct?
Maverick, welcome back. When you go from my room to the main hall, go on, Betty. You have to take a winding hallway from which you can see the courtyard.
That's right. In other words...
Oh, buddy, you've had this.
It was pure coincidence that the witness saw the crime taking place before her eyes. There was no complicated setup in this case.
No, Maverick, you can't eat this. A cheap bowl from Target, but I still don't want you to eat it. Or the fork. For the love of God, we have so many forks in this goddamn house that have the little the tongue part or whatever, you know, the sticky part that you work things with, that are bent anyway from being chewed on by dogs.
You need a dog one, just specifically.
A dog fork?
Yes.
This is the dog fork for next. I like. That certainly seems to be true.
There is indeed only one problem with this testimony. If I can clearly point out what it is, then I can begin to quantify just how good this witness's memory and observation skills are.
Okay, well, Okay, what is the one thing?
Thought of a crazy theory, but I'm gonna keep it to myself. We can talk about it after stream. I'm not gonna put it on the internet.
Oh.
I have a galaxy brain theory that I really don't think holds any water.
Well, okay.
Well, we'll find out later then. Alright,
Yeah.
so
It's
what
a
are we
sentient staff and it stabbed her. Oh.
Yeah, really. Oh, damn. Let's see, what do we have? We have the note to Iris. We have the map. That's not gonna show me anything. We have the weather data. We have the photo. Okay, I mean, this is a contradiction. Because she was in her room until the murder was discovered.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with it. It seems like a pretty obvious one.
Witnesses have to undergo their own trials, I'm afraid. The defendant's fate rests on their powers of observation and memory, after all.
Well. Don't worry. I'm more than up to the task. I'm a woman of faith, after all. The head honcho of... Hold on.
In that case, Miss Honcho, I'd like you to explain something for me.
More
The
so
discrepancy
okay.
The discrepancy between your testimony and that of the defendant, Iris. She claims that after ringing the lights out bell, she went back and stayed in her room. Which means she did not go to the inner temple at all.
No. Sorry, I muted. I thought I had myself unmuted, and then I immediately, I did, and I muted myself right afterwards.
Yeah. A defendant or a witness? Who is more likely to lie, do you suppose? The defendant is simply lying to cover her back.
But that is completely illogical. The murder was committed in the courtyard of Hazakura Temple. Claiming that she went to the inner temple would make for a much better alibi. Got it.
But that is odd. Whatever the reason, I can't believe that she would lie. She does indeed have honest eyes.
All people lie. That is my belief.
Shakes violently.
Why am I the only one being whipped in here? You're not.
Yeah, I whipped Edgeworth once.
Yeah, we believe in equal whip equality in this group.
I just made fun of him more times. Do you want me to take it out on you?
Maverick, leave your sister's face alone. Anyway, neither the witness nor the defendant have any reason to lie. Which means... I must call your memory into question. Dear, you're older than me, and yet you want to play that game, don't you?
You get in bikini.
You're gonna be the vice president of Fuck Around and Find Out.
Oh, I'm scared.
Maverick, no. No. Oh. Hold on, I took my empty plastic bottle. Well, that isn't exactly what My memory is perfect, crystal clear, especially in winter.
Oh.
Oh, good, he didn't.
She had her serious face.
Yeah, that's her scary face. Hold on. Mm-hmm. Why did you run outside? Hold on, I'm putting some stuff away real fast. Just, not super fast, because... Then I suppose it's too early to end this cross-examination, eh? Mr. Edgeworth, you're going to question the memory of the witness. You needed to show me a more decisive piece of evidence. You know what I mean.
Understood, Your Honor. I was naive to think that it alone would do the trick.
Then please add your comments about a boot.
A boot.
To the testimony.
Oh, God.
The reminder every about 10 minutes that he's Canadian, it's fine.
By the way, I'm Canadian.
And let us return to the cross-examination.
Hope nobody forgot.
Okay, here we go.
Iris came to the inner temple. She was dressed exactly as she had been at dinner.
Are you sure that you're not making a mistake?
You, young man, you need to get your estimation of me up from the floor.
Ugh.
Iris always wears the same clothes. The smallest thing out of place would have stood out like a sore thumb to me. You're making a mistake, thinking I made a mistake.
Well, you go, girl, standing up for yourself.
An excellent finish there, witness.
Still, I have to wonder.
Okay, well, it's pretty obvious because she wasn't dressed exactly at dinner. She didn't have her hood on.
Hey, witness, let's get one thing straight. The defendant whom you claim to have met, she was wearing this demon warding hood, correct?
Of course. That is a very important piece of clothing, I'll have you know. Wait a minute.
Hold it right there. Why do you have that? Miles Edgeworth, have you been dressing up again?
Stop telling them about my cosplay, homie. Oh my god. Anyway. That's the question of the day. Now, is it Miss Von Karma? I'll have you know that this hood was given to someone as a gift that night. Before the lights out bell was rung.
What?
Mm-hmm. You know where I'm going with this, don't you? If the witness had seen the defendant as she claims, then the Iris she saw should have been missing this very hood. Not only that.
Oh my god,
oh my
she's
god,
so
that's
short.
Ironic, right? Notice how short she is.
I get that she has a bad back, but I get why now.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's not a bad feeling at all exposing contradictions like this. I feel kind of happy about it. Now I understand that happy look on Wright's face every time he does it. Ooh, it tingles. Wow. 8, 9? No, 9.
Sister, this hood. You have spare ones around the temple, don't you?
Spares? Well, I do tend to make too many of them. I see. A stockpile, a surplus of hoods, eh? Remember, I'm Canadian. Each nun is only given one hood. Maverick, you sound like you have garbage. This shouldn't be the only hood that Iris. This should be the only hood that Iris owns. Yeah, that's garbage, my guy. Don't need Pop-Tart wrappings. Not even the tasty part. Then this is quite strange.
If there was a surplus of hoods, then she could have worn one of those. There is no contradiction here.
Oh,
I'm sorry to break this to you, Miss Von Karma, but you won't get away that easily. Discrepancy such as this will sow seeds in any human heart. The seeds of doubt.
Miles Edgeworth, you do not have to be quite as much of a dramatic bitch as you are.
No, let me be dramatic.
Witness. While I don't wish to call your testimony into doubt, I do. You must give every detail with precision. I'm not sure I'm comfortable going along with this.
Sister, you shall continue with your testimony. Tell us what you saw after finishing your bath, on your way back to the inner temple.
Those seeds of doubt are sprouting in the judge's heart. Good. They just need a little more stimulation to bear fruit.
Edgeworth, you are so creepy sometimes.
Very creepy.
Thank you. Oh wait, that's me, not the judge.
You.
Contradictory stimulation.
You gotta say it like that. That's weird.
Just as a reminder, Edgeworth, parking lot, 15 minutes. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Don't bring the whip.
Bring the whip.
I finished my bath around 11, and I thought I should return to the inner temple. And I was walking back, and I heard a noise from the courtyard. I took a look, and Iris was, Mystic Elise. And with that sort of all things, Mystic Elise was staying in the corner room, which faces out onto the courtyard. The stabbing I saw must have occurred after she was pushed out of her window. You saw a truly terrible sight, didn't you? If I was in your place, then it wouldn't be much like Miss Von Karma whipping Mr. Edgeworth in two in court.
Can we not use that as an example?
Don't threaten me with a good time.
And me saying it all from this very chair. Or, well, something like that.
This judge. I should have requested someone else. I don't like him. His imagination is about as vivid and creative as Detective Gumshoe.
I would look the fool if I commented on such foolishness. Anyway, this case is mine, Miles Edgeworth.
Nuh-uh. I mean, calling everyone by their full name. Can't you do something about that habit of yours?
Nuh-uh. Can't you do something about your face?
Oh my god! You know I'm sensitive about that.
I finished my bath around 10, or 11. Jesus, then I thought I started to the inner temple.
How far is it from your room to the inner temple?
Think a moment. About 20 minutes.
You probably walked like Dexter from Dexter's Lab.
Seriously?
On these stumps of mine. It's about 15 minutes to Dusky Bridge from Hazakura Temple. The inner temple is just beyond the bridge.
Still, you never made it back there that night, did you?
That's right. I was heading along the walkway toward the main hall. And I was walking back. I heard a noise from the courtyard. I took a look and...
You say you heard a noise.
Thump. Like that.
That could only be the sound of the victim falling.
Or a thumper from Bambi.
Very quiet. Can't believe it. You can even hear the snow falling from the branches. Jump, just like that.
Mia be like, I will possess a body and return from the dead to finish our rematch, Bratwurst.
But then, couldn't this noise you heard have been snow falling on the ground? I never thought of that. Oh.
We've got to be on like 15 at this point. Von Karma's Franziska has to have like muscles in that
11.
arm.
Okay, 11.
11. The next one to laugh gets a whipping.
No.
Well, whatever the source of the sound, I looked over at the courtyard and, Iris was all mystic Elise, and with that sword of all things.
This is the second time that the witness has testified to seeing the defendant. But some doubt remains in these claims.
Hey, just what does that mean? Just because you're a good-looking young man doesn't give you the right to...
Okay, we can talk about my looks all day, but like... and I wouldn't mind. But the murderer who stabbed the victim with the sword. Sister Bikini, try to recall exactly who it was you saw as clearly as you can.
Well, you're a handsome young man, so I'll forgive you.
Oh. So if I was ugly...
Yes.
Oh, now that you mention it. There was something awfully strange about it. Something that has been bugging me all this time.
Please don't keep us in suspense.
Her hood.
Her hood?
That's right. It's coming back to me. Iris, she wasn't wearing her hood. I thought something was out of place, but... all makes sense now, doesn't it? After all, she'd given that hood away to someone, right?
Well, Edgeworth, you just walked into that. Huh. You've dug your own grave, Miles Edgeworth.
Oh.
What do you say, Mr. Edgeworth? Is this testimony important?
It seems important, but also it doesn't seem to be good for our case, so I'd love to say it's not important.
Yeah.
Can I lie?
Pretty sure that's called perjury in the court, but also everyone does it, so...
I mean,
Yeah,
there's also no health bar, so I don't think it matters
yeah.
what we say.
We're gonna say it's important.
This may initially appear to put me at a disadvantage, but I can't see any other lead at the moment. Your Honor, I would like these new statements to be added to the testimony.
Miles Edgeworth. If you want to hang yourself, you need only ask. I'll gladly lend you my whip.
No.
It was nice and dark.
Witness, add that statement to your testimony. No problem. Much revision in all these. I'm playing this game for how long and I'm still pissed. Now that you mention it, Iris didn't have her hood on.
You are sure about that?
Yes, after all, we always wear the same clothes. I don't mean because we're poor, you understand. It's our style. Yes, that's it.
Your style. There's absolutely no need to explain yourself. Yes, we understand.
Anyway, she looked different from normal, so that really stuck out.
Like me holding a whippet puppy instead of my whip.
What's a whippet puppy? At least then it might bite you and not someone else.
Iris didn't have her hood on, I'm sure of it. Very well. Now please tell us about the victim, eh?
A boot.
A boot? It's my brain autocorrects. Mr. Khalees was staying in the corner room, which faces onto the courtyard.
Perjury is for people on the stand under oath, but we're lawyers on the bench.
I should point out, we have actually lied to witnesses to get them to do what we wanted, remember?
Right. So, it ain't that bad. The room the victim was staying in overlooked the courtyard, correct?
Which means the victim's room was on the second floor. No. Hazakura Temple is a single-story building. But the mountain itself slopes downward. Which elevates the main side of the temple and the guest rooms in the back. To about the height of a 2-story building. I see, and the victim was staying in one of these elevated rooms, correct? Yes, I should know. I'm the one who carried her things to her room after all.
Bless you, sister.
The stabbing I saw must have occurred after she was pushed out of her window.
What makes you so sure of all this?
It's just like I told you earlier. I heard a noise from the courtyard, okay? Just like that.
You're one smart sister, I'll give you that. The autopsy report states that the victim's body was covered in bruises, indicating a fall from about 10 feet in height.
It appears that the witness was not mistaken then. Yep. I have more than just a pretty face, especially in winter. I'm a woman of faith, after all, the head honcho of Hasakura Temple.
There's only 2 of them working there.
What's wrong, Miles Edgeworth? No snappy comeback remark?
It doesn't feel like she's lying. This is very powerful testimony, too. She claims to have seen the incident in which the defendant stabbed the victim. There are only 2 things I can believe in right now. My client, Iris, and my own abilities as a defense attorney. Yes.
Alright, so let's see. She didn't have her hood on. Is that... mean, I feel like because we had to add it, it's got to be important somehow.
Yeah.
But what is the... Let's see what our crime photo...
Okay, well, I don't see the hood.
Well, no, because we know that Phoenix was wearing it when he fell off a bridge.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, good times. Good old Phoenix. Oh, okay. Well, she was wearing a hood, but it's black. And... Oh my god, that picture of Sister in Bikini with her makeup.
It's awful.
She looks so glam. So glam. I can't. Also, why didn't Loki look like Iris was like teary? Doesn't it look like a little tiny tear on one of her eyes?
I can kind of see that, yeah.
Is she crying?
Okay, what is it about the hood? I mean, she shouldn't have her hood on, right? Because we know Phoenix is wearing it.
Yeah. Oh wait, on the photo. On the photo.
Which photo? This photo?
No.
The crime scene photo?
Yeah. Okay, so there's this... Okay, there's the sword. Would she be carrying her staff?
I mean, we found the staff next to the body, it's just not in the photo.
Okay, let's see. The footprints are... Okay, wait, they're everywhere. Never mind. Okay, yeah, I got nothing.
But Bikini said Iris didn't wear her hood the second time.
Yep.
You have an attorney's badge.
Yeah. Hi, I'm telling the truth, and my proof is I'm a defense attorney. This also is not my badge, so don't look too hard at it, but
look at other statements. Oh,
Okay, let's see. Okay, so finished her bath around 11. That checks out. Walking back, heard a noise from the courtyard.
That's too far ahead.
Iris was stabbing her with the sword. Don't have any evidence against that. Didn't have her hood on.
Alright, present Elise's autopsy report on the 5th one. The stabbing I saw must have occurred after she was pushed out her window.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, the body fell 10 feet after death. I see the issue.
Yep.
Impressive logic. That's what I'd like to say anyway. But I'm not going to.
Oh, please do. My brain is something else, especially in winter. Girl, why do you think you have so much fun in winter?
However, I think you are overlooking one thing. Miss Von Karma, would you be so kind as to take another look at the autopsy report?
The autopsy report?
Yes, the victim did fall from a height of 10 feet. However, this fall was after she was killed.
Oh, sorry. Do you still have an old version of the autopsy report? Here, let me give you a new one.
No! Don't take my shtick.
I'm never not going to be mad about that.
Sorry. That's right. It says after death right here.
You doing okay over there?
Yeah, fine.
The scene the witness claims to have seen is contradictory. If the defendant stabbed and killed the victim there in the courtyard, how did the victim then go on to take a 10-foot fall?
I mean, to be fair, how did the victim take a 10-foot fall after dying?
Order. The victim was killed and then fell. If that is the case, then the victim must have been killed in her room. Don't you agree?
That is the logical conclusion. Yes, that's right. The victim must have been stabbed by the defendant in her own room. And she was then thrown out of her window down into the courtyard below, in which she got stabbed again. Don't ask questions.
Were there any signs of a struggle in Miss Donim's room?
Maybe you should have looked at it, because I literally just flew in from Europe.
She was stabbed with a sword. That would leave a bloodstain, wouldn't you agree?
Well, Miss Von Karma, was there any blood?
Wanna go, sis?
No traces of blood were found in the victim's room.
Your whip just caused traces of blood to be found on my glorious playoff beard. However, something. Ow.
I'm sure there's no need for me to go over this, as I'm sure your honor is well aware of when a stab wound produces the most blood.
And it produces the most blood?
Very little blood is actually lost at the moment of a blade's insertion. If you want to talk about when the most blood would be lost from a body, that would be when the blade is removed.
Indeed. Actually, it kind of scares me that you know that much about. Do you have experience by any chance? With the weapon still in place.
Fuck around and find out.
I don't want to. It acts like a lid on the wound. You seem to know a lot about weapons. It's very concerning.
That's true. With the weapon still in the body, there wouldn't be much bleeding. Perfectly reasonable line of thinking.
We have come to a conclusion then. The victim was thrown out of the window with the sword still in place. This removes all of the contradictions.
Nuh-uh. Watch this, the stabbing was done with Edward's knife once again. No.
Order. I must admit that this is a probable version of events.
I'd expect no less from Franziska von Karma. She locates and takes control of every vital point. Okay, sis.
It seems. That we need a clear testimony from the witness.
Mm-hmm.
Well, supposition on your part and tell us only the facts, please. Witness, please remain standing on the crate.
I don't wanna.
Don't go selling me short now. The weight of the winter snow has bent me out of shape. Especially my back and my mood.
Sister, please give us your testimony. I will give you a vigorous massage once we are finished here.
Oh no, I'm scared. With the whip?
Oh boy. Alright.
Alright.
Ladies. When I By the way, we're at an hour, but it'd probably be a good idea to end after we're done with Bikini.
Sounds good.
I don't know how much. Look and see how much we have left. Right, for your testimony.
Francesca, by which
Okay,
Detective Gumshoe will give you a vigorous massage.
Yeah, really.
I looked across the scene. The sword was already in place. Thinking about it now, I did actually see her stab Mr. I've never seen so much blood before. That's what I fainted. You can't blame me, can you? Yeah, when you just think of a joke in your head, just you make yourself chuckle.
Would you like to share with the class?
No, I don't. So anytime especially like with male characters, whenever they comment about like not seeing that much blood, or like girls can't see, so I've never seen that much blood before. My brain goes, can't
bet.
Relate.
Yeah.
Bet.
Look, let me just say, women should be much better at getting away with murder, considering the fact that we know how to get blood out of shit.
Yeah.
Witness it half our lives. Damn.
Yeah. No, people who experience menstrual cycles should be able to get away with murder because we're pretty well trained. Anyway, when I awoke, Mystic Ami was stabbing Mystic Elise through the back. Excuse me?
Remember, it's a statue of Mystic Ami.
I know, but she's been saying that freaking this is the first time she's mentioned Ami.
Yeah.
That's where it threw me for a second. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, also Mystic Elise. This all confirms Miss Von Karma's theory.
Von Karmas strive for nothing but perfection. Putting together such facts is nothing for me. You should know that, Miles Edgeworth.
Perfection is an impossibility, Franziska Von Karma. And I'm here to teach you just that. Because I'm older than you.
When I looked across at the scene, the sword was already in place.
At that time, was the victim bleeding?
Well, I was very shocked to be seeing all of this, of course. I'm not entirely sure. But I don't think I saw any blood. Not then.
I'm sure that you didn't. The weapon was acting as a plug in the wound. I'm kind of leading the witness here, but you know what?
In any case, let's be clear on one very important point. Did you actually see the instant in which the victim was stabbed?
Thinking about it now, I didn't actually see her stab Mr. Belize.
Think carefully. This is very important.
It's Iris we're talking about here. I'm thinking for all I'm worth. No, when I looked over, the sword was already in Mr. Belize's body.
It might not be conclusive, but this testimony supports her theory.
The victim was stabbed in her room, then dropped into the courtyard. I think that this proves it rather well, Miles Edgeworth.
No, thank you. Okay. I've never seen so much blood before.
I doubt that, but so you're saying that you saw the victim's blood?
That's right. Some of it had splattered onto Iris, too.
When the defendant was arrested, she was meditating in her room, and her blood-flecked clothing was neatly folded in the corner.
What? Her clothes were blood-flecked as well?
It seems quite conclusive to me.
What should I do? Press this point further?
Would we like to press it further? Oh, Mab.
Well,
like a grape.
Yeah, grapes.
Like a grape.
Like grapes. We like grapes in this house. Going back to your previous statement, you said that you saw little bleeding when the victim was stabbed. But now you say you saw the victim's bleeding.
Well, I say that what I saw is what I saw. What did you see? Maybe I didn't see the poor woman get stabbed. But I saw the girl pull the sword out of her. Plain as day.
Pulling the sword out.
Well, it wasn't exactly pulling. It was more like it came out.
Huh.
Witness, you will add this statement to your testimony. Maverick. Oh, was that important?
More important than you can imagine.
I saw the instant in which the blade plunged into the hilt. It was smoothly drawn out. Plunged into the hilt.
Ma'am, I don't think it got plunged into the hilt.
Yeah.
Considering where the blood is on this sword.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm guessing that's not where the contradiction is.
Smoothly, you say. You're saying you saw the sword smoothly slide out.
That's right. The whole thing happened right next to the gold statue of Mystic Ami. Mystic Elise was on the ground and Iris was stooped over her.
Okay. I have a question. If Elise is already dead, how the fuck is she in that position?
You know what? Yeah.
The sword was buried up to the hilt. When Iris stood up, the sword in her hand just slid out of Mystic Elise's body. It slid out from the gaping wound. Ah! Goes without saying that if the sword was removed, there would be bleeding.
Nothing out of place here.
Is that really the case? I can't help but feel that something about this testimony is very out of place. That something, which couldn't possibly have happened, appears to have happened.
I mean, it's still not to the hilt.
It does say to present, on that statement, yeah, the shitty sheet. Say that again?
Shichishiro. Shichishito.
Okay. Shichishito. Okay.
Oh, that's me. Haha, Sister Bikini, you are a reliable witness. At least I'd like to think so, but there are too many contradictions here.
What do you mean? You make it sound as though I'm a liar. You're a handsome young man, so I'll forgive you.
Thanks, honey.
What contradictions are you talking about?
In the scene that the witness claims to have seen, the weapon was thrust up to its hilt into the victim. Furthermore, the killer withdrew the weapon smoothly from her body. However, both of these are complete impossibilities.
I mean, I'd kind of like to point out, it probably could draw it out pretty smoothly, considering the fact that that gives you a hole about the size, like this big, in you. Like,
yeah,
you get
like
it in
barb,
far enough.
It has
removal
3
would not
stabbing
be a
points.
problem.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
It would be hard to remove it a little bit because it does have 3 stabbing points instead of like just 1, you know what I mean? It's
yeah.
weirdly shaped.
But like, it's such large surface area that if it made it all the way through, like, it would literally just punch through because
Yeah, it would decimate.
Because the problem is that it's got those bars. It's not like a like trident or something. If it goes all the way up to the hilt, you're not only being stabbed by the pointy things, you're also being stabbed by the stuff connecting to the main branch of the sword, right?
Yeah.
So if that goes all the way through you, you're like, that's game over, man.
Yeah.
Explain yourself.
To start with, do you think it would be possible to stab someone with the hilt? Wait, to the hilt with this? No matter how I look at the defendant, she doesn't appear strong enough for that.
Doesn't appear? What meaningless dribble. I too may appear to be weak and frail, but I can crush men under my heel and make them weep should I so choose.
Is that a threat?
Yes.
The objection stands.
At least you honest.
I wept a little back there, I must admit.
We aspire to be the judge right now.
That isn't the only issue here. If this sword was truly stabbed into the body up to the hilt, well, just look at all the branches on it. It certainly wouldn't come out smoothly.
That's...
Might have got stuck in a rib or two, damn. We also have the problem of the amount of bleeding. It's true that when a blade is left in a body, it acts as a plug of sorts. However, when the weapon is shaped like this, it's an entirely different story. The wound would be too large for the blade to completely stop the bleeding.
That's nothing more than conjecture. In reality, the victim was stabbed with the shichiro. Even a weapon of this nature may still sometimes slide out smoothly and may still sometimes stop the blood loss.
That isn't good enough.
You do realize you're getting close to the point where you're going to have to propose a theory, and we do not have a theory here.
I'm not finished. There is still one more thing. Conclusive contradiction. Yes.
You've still got more.
This one is simple. If this sword really was a thrust in all the way to the hilt, why is there only blood on the tip of it? Boom, baby. This witness is telling the truth. Then there should be blood along the entire length of the sword.
No!
Yes. She got angry. She didn't even let him talk.
Bravo, Miles Edgeworth. Raising this many contradictions from a single piece of evidence. All the other attorneys I know could maybe manage one, if that.
Well, I'm me, so...
What does this all mean? You've proven contradictions regarding the murder weapon, but...
Having come this far, there can only be one answer.
And that is...
The weapon used to kill the victim was not the Shichishido.
I want to take a moment for a second to wonder what the fuck the people doing the autopsy were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that is a very distinctive weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Which means it would leave a very distinctive stab wound. And they were just like, yeah, that's legit.
I mean, blood's here, the body's here, yeah.
Did they have Gumshoe do the autopsy? Like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Whip count 14.
What?
A foolishly foolish idea born from the foolish mind of a foolhardy foolish fool. I feel like I do that better now that, you know, I don't have to do it every trial.
Right,
Yeah.
let's examine this again. What was it that made us think that this sword was the murder weapon?
Well, there's blood on it. It's because Mystic Army was holding it.
Exactly. However, if you reflect on this, what is the only basis we have to assume such a thing?
Again, I feel like the autopsy report probably should have covered this.
The impression left by the scene was just too strong. That is what influenced us.
You're gonna have 3-day trials in this, like, legal system. I feel like your police have to, like, step it up, man.
Yeah. It influenced us to believe that the Shichido was the murder weapon. In bloody red letters.
Hi, the judge doesn't get to speak. So, maybe the Shichido was not the murder weapon. Even if that is the case, it changes nothing, Miles Edgeworth. The sister here saw everything. She saw the defendant stab the victim with a sword-like object.
That's true. Your response, Mr. Edgeworth?
Huh. If that is so, I would like the prosecution to answer the obvious question it raises.
Who says you're allowed to ask questions?
I'm the questions guy now. Fear me.
Too used to being a prosecutor.
Exactly. I don't like this defense attorney.
The obvious question?
Yes, namely, where did the real murder weapon disappear to?
Again, I have literally just returned from Europe. You looked at the scene. This sounds like a you problem.
It goes without saying that the police searched the main hall and the surrounding area.
The police also thought that the Shichido was the murder weapon, so, like...
Don't count on them. We don't count on them. Perhaps the prosecution can enlighten us as to if a sword-like object was found.
That's...
Answer the question, Miss Von Karma.
Yes, answer the question, Miss Von Karma.
No evidence of that kind was found.
Oh, I like winning.
Another mystery to throw onto the pile. Trial without a murder weapon is a tricky beast. Tricky. Excuse me? Could I say something? I just remembered something, actually.
What is it, sister?
I was just thinking, it's possible that just maybe what actually happened was it was just over there. What exactly are you going about here?
A boot.
The word murder weapon.
Same.
I was gonna say the worder weapon.
The worder
The worder weapon.
The worder weapon.
I think I might know where the sword was disposed of.
You what?
Does that count as one whip or two?
That looked like 3 to me.
Well
I
then.
look like 3 whips. So 15, 16, 17, 18.
That's three. I saw it in the playback.
I think we need to hear testimony from you one more time, Mister.
Miss sister, miss. Impossible. What else? What else could this old woman have seen? I mean, she called me handsome, but damn.
I saw the murder at around 11 p.m. And after asking that, it be reported, I went out to the main gate. There I saw tracks that indicated a snowmobile had been used. What? Oh, you can't just add this
Aka excuse me?
Takes 15 minutes to walk to Dusky Bridge, but less than 5 using one of those. Maybe they threw the weapon into Eagle River and came back while I was knocked out. Stuff that would have been fucking helpful to begin with, my guy. Iris could have done that. She can drive a snowmobile after all.
We need to search Eagle River.
Please tell us everything you know right away next time. I'm not in the best of shape, but with my back and my age, you know.
Quite.
Now she's...
There were indeed snowmobile tracks in front of the main gate. Here is a photograph. Yep, that's what that looks like.
A snowmobile, eh? I see. Well, it certainly is an interesting theory.
The tracks begin in front of Hazakura Temple and run all the way to Dusky Bridge. That solves your pesky little problem, yes. The Eagle River's current is quite swift, meaning that it doesn't freeze over in winter, making it the perfect place to dispose of the murder weapon.
Did she really go to the river to dispose of the murder weapon?
Mr. Edgeworth, you're crossing it. Is it? Cross-examination, please.
Your thingy, please.
Your murder weapon, please.
We're losing my ability to read, apparently. Good thing this is her last revision of her testimony, at least in this part of the walkthrough. I saw the murder at around 11 p.m.
You are sure about the time?
Yes, I was worried about it after all. Oh, Christ. I'm very tired because I was like, that's not me. Why was that? Because I have a strong sense of responsibility, especially at this time of year. The acolyte was being doused in freezing water at the time. Yeah, but then, okay, but hold on. We're probably going to pick this apart here in a second. But then she's like, I gotta shuffle on back because Maya is getting frozen to death. And then she witnesses a murder and then completely forgets about Maya. And goes and stands by the gate to wait for the police.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like priorities, like making sure that like people, like whoever she thinks the killer is, can't escape or is waiting for the police or whatever. But wouldn't you think that it's like, well, the only other nun here that's not dead, I think did it, potentially. I watched her do it. So maybe go tell some other people that are here.
I mean, to be fair, Nick was going over that direction.
Okay, that's right.
Remember? Because he had to go use the payphone.
Yeah.
And then we found out the bridge was on fire, and that was a whole other thing.
There was a lot of chaos.
Yeah.
I couldn't very well take it easy in the bath all night, could I? So at 11, I decided to leave Hasakura Temple.
Her estimation of the time seems reliable, at least.
Please continue, sister.
And after asking that it be reported, I went out to the main gate.
You asked Phoenix Wright to report the crime, correct?
Oh, okay. That's right. The one who trampled me. It's been so fucking long since we've done the investigation.
It seems she is the type to hold a grudge. Note to self, don't anger her.
There isn't a phone in the main hall, so I sent him to the bridge.
Phoenix Wright. He didn't even have his cell phone on him?
He had forgotten it at home, apparently.
He's clearly a boomer. What a naive boy, as always. Not only do I always carry my phone, but I always have my whip in hand, too.
Okay.
If I see a murderer, I will take them out.
Alright.
Anyway, I was really scared, and it was taking him a while to get back. I thought I'd go out by the main gate for a spell. And there, I saw tracks that indicated the snowmobile had been used.
As I recall, there was a snowmobile outside the main gate when I visited.
That's it. That's the one, I'm guessing. Hold on.
Only one we have?
Only one we have. It was just one word too soon. It'll run no matter how much snow falls.
Now you're certain the snowmobile was there at the main gate when you arrived?
Yes, of course. It was parked in front of the gate.
So, she had already gone, discarded the murder weapon, and returned by that time.
I'm not sure if this is really relevant. What should I do?
Press or stop?
I will grape that.
Press like a grape. Press like a grape.
I need answers to every possible doubt. The snowmobile in question, was it still warm at the time?
What do you mean? You have to repeat yourself so much. I hate this. What do you mean, Nay? Because then I have to fucking parrot it back too.
What do you mean, Miles Edgeworth?
I'm playing to a slow crowd here. And it goes without saying that using a snowmobile will heat its engine. If it was still warm, then it means it was recently used.
Ah, I see. Never thought of that. That's right, I overlooked that too.
Of course you did.
Answer the question, please, witness.
I don't often go around touching hot engines. Me either, man. However, now that you mention it, I will conveniently remember something that'll be bad for us. There wasn't any snow on it. No. Yes, for some reason, only the snowmobile wasn't covered in snow.
There wasn't any snow on it? Curses! Spoiled again.
It seemed highly likely that the killer did use a snowmobile then, eh?
How long does it take to get to Dusky Bridge by snowmobile?
It takes 15 minutes to walk the Dusty Bridge, but less than 5 using one of those.
In that case, why didn't you use it yourself? You could have spared yourself some walking with your backpack and whatever.
There's reason for that. Have we got a moment for me to explain? I think that's why the question was asked in the first place. About a month ago.
Oh, we are going into a story.
I was driving my beloved little snowmobile, happy as can be. I'd fetched some water and was heading back when I went and crashed into a tree. Do you think maybe that's why you have extreme violent back pain? The tree and my back both went crunch, just like that. Crunch. Crunch. I haven't been able to find the courage to write anything since then. Anyway, the killer must have used it.
Thank you for that.
Maybe they threw the weapon into the Eagle River and came out back while I was knocked out.
Refresh our memory. How long were you knocked out for?
Like I said, somewhere between 10 to 20 minutes.
I mean, to be fair, you don't really keep track of time when you're passed out.
Nope.
It's possible to get to the bridge and back in 10 minutes using the snowmobile.
I have to concede that is more than enough time.
Is that all you wish to concede, Miles Edgeworth?
Don't at me. Yet.
Iris could have done that. She can drive a snowmobile after all.
Well, it would have been possible, time-wise. One element remains out of place here.
Oh? And what would this mystery element be?
The killer's reasoning, Your Honor. Why did the killer do all of this? Why go to Eagle River to dispose of the murder weapon when there are other methods?
Too many unanswered questions. Your response, Ms. Von Karma?
Turning to me for help over the slightest thing. Why don't you think for yourself once in a while? Your Honor.
What?
She's as over the top as always. Oh,
anyway,
don't you hate people like that?
Whatever the reason, the fact remains that the defendant could have done this. The murder weapon was disposed of in the river. Another point to me, Miles Edgeworth.
Are all prosecutors this dramatic? Oh wait, damn it, another mystery to feed to the fire. Was there any reason to go and throw away the murder weapon? Luckily, there is surely a problem with this testimony.
There is.
Now all I have to do is start poking holes in this flawed account. Poke.
You don't need to tell you.
Yes, please.
So present the tracks photo to either the 5th or 6th statement, which is that maybe they threw the weapon into the Eagle River, or Iris could have done that. So either one.
Okay.
Ta-da! I admit this photograph proves something. It proves that the snowmobile was used in the night of the murder.
You finally accepted the inevitable, it seems, Miles Edgeworth.
However, sis, if what the witness says is true, then why is there only one set of tracks? Riddle me this.
What do you mean?
Iris left Hazakura Temple, threw the weapon into the river, and then returned. If this was the case, then naturally there would be 2 sets of tracks in the snow. It was from heading out to the bridge and those from coming back.
Ah, you're right.
You are forgetting one thing, Miles Edgeworth. On the night of the murder, it was snowing. The tracks leading to the bridge were erased by the snowfall. This removes your precious contradiction now, doesn't it?
I see. While she was at the river, the snow stopped, leaving just the return tracks in the snow.
What do you have to say now, Miles Edgeworth?
Is there a flaw in her theory?
Yes.
Yeah, this idea
Chat
that
and I both know.
The snowfall covered one set of tracks.
There's a contradiction.
The weather report, yeah! The tracks to the river were covered by snow. What a nice theory. However, Miss Von Karma, that is impossible.
Would you care to explain? Why there is a rude index finger currently pointed in my general direction? Mia tolerated it. Francisca will snap it off.
Oh, yeah. No need. The evidence will do all the talking for me.
On the night of the murder, the killer went to and returned from Dusky Bridge. In order to dispose of the murder weapon, the outgoing tracks were erased by snow. Or so claims Miss Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth, present your evidence to the contrary, eh? Evidence that the outgoing tracks were not covered by snow.
Let's see. Snow ended at 10:50. I'm guessing this is our evidence.
Yep.
Witness, please tell us again what time it was when you witnessed the crime.
Like I said, it was around 11.
Of course. This means that the weapon was thrown away after that time, correct? On that note, please take a look at this data. It is the weather report for Eagle Mountain on the night of the murder.
The weather report?
Snow started to fall at 7 p.m., but it stopped at around 10:50.
Ugh.
Therefore, when the sister witnessed the crime at 11 p.m., the snow had already stopped falling. It is impossible for any tracks made after that time to have been covered up.
Ah! That was really loud. Sorry, neighbors.
Order.
They forgive you.
I don't think they do. I think they hate it when I stream, but they're
Because
too polite to
whipping
say
is-
anything.
They're like, because whipping is not rude at all.
Very well then. Looks like Miss Von Karma's claim has been snowed in.
But
Okay, I see another whip in his future. Yep, there we go.
Yeah,
It's too soon to be closing this trial due to snow.
Funny.
Miles Edgeworth, how pathetic of you to rely on the weather of all things. Answer me this, then. When is a weather report ever correct?
In the Pacific Northwest, rarely. No. You got it all wrong. This isn't a forecast, this is actual data.
Forecast data, all weather reports have some inaccuracies. It may have still been snowing in the vicinity well past 11 p.m.
That's not usually how that... It's true. We cannot be totally sure, eh?
I mean, considering the
God.
fact that most meteorological data gets taken from areas like airports, she actually probably has somewhat of a claim here. Not a great one. But also, I can't imagine they have meteorological sensors at this podunk temple in the middle of nowhere.
I mean, like, it's possible, because, I mean, like, with our local, like, ski areas, there's stuff up there, so, I mean, if it's a point of interest, they could. But I think you're right, like, it's not 100% guaranteed that they're actually pulling data straight from there.
Mm-hmm.
So...
It's a weak point, but also it is somewhat of a point, so...
It is, unfortunately. What? How did you pull that off?
Get good, Miles Edgeworth.
No.
It stopped snowing at Hasakura Temple when the murder took place. You need to prove conclusive evidence of this.
I've come this far, there's no turning back now. Very well. I too cannot allow any doubt to remain concerning this testimony.
You can't back down, can you? Such a perfectionist, Miles Edgeworth.
You know it.
Like, Miles Edgeworth, it could be a drinking game at this point. I've said it so many times tonight.
Let's not try that theory now.
Well then, Mr. Edgeworth. Where's your evidence that it already stopped snowing when the victim was killed?
Let me guess, it's our crime scene photo, because she doesn't have any snow on her.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I'm somewhat keeping up.
Boom. Ultimately, it all comes down to one point. That being, whether or not it was snowing in the courtyard when the victim was stabbed.
That's right, but proving that is...
incredibly easy. If we want to know whether it was snowing or not, this photo will tell us everything. Of course, I am referring to the photo of the crime scene. As you can see, everything is covered with snow. With just one exception.
And that is?
The victim herself, duh. Okay. Miss Elise Do Nim. Look at her. Snowless. Why is there no snow on top of her? The answer is simple. It had stopped snowing when she was killed. That's why.
I don't think this is also technically correct because her body would have still been warm. But also, this is our side, so we're going to pretend it is.
In other words, if the killer really did go to the Eagle River to dispose of the murder weapon, then this photograph there should be 2 sets of tracks.
I mean, I feel like the better question here is, how in the world was it supposed to snow enough to erase a set of tracks in 5 minutes?
Yeah,
but yes.
It would have had to been snowing super hard for like even like the 10 to 15 or was it 10 to 20 minutes that Bikini thought she was out. Like it would have to have been snowing so hard for that.
Yeah, it wasn't a great theory to begin with, but
yeah,
it's gone much farther than I thought it was going to. Just what are you suggesting, Miles Edgeworth? Take another shot.
To be honest, I am not.
Yeah.
Yeah, please. Don't be drunk during this race. To be honest, I am not entirely sure myself, but this is simply what all of the facts point to. That night, someone used the snowmobile to leave Hazakura Temple. From the tracks left, it can be understood that they were heading to Dusky Bridge. At that time, it was still snowing.
Of course it was, because those tracks were erased by the snow.
Then, this person returned to Hazakura Temple. Whee! The snow had stopped. Thus, the return tracks remained. Oh god, here we
something?
go. Not this again.
It all sounds a bit fishy to me.
What does, sister?
The river that has fish.
There's only one key for the snowmobile.
Huh?
Furthermore, on the night in question, we know that the defendant had it. The key was found in her room after the murder.
Which can only mean that night, Iris used the snowmobile to go to the inner temple.
But Iris said that she never went there. I should probably press on this point some more when I get the chance. I'm gonna hold this Uno card. The snowmobile can't cross the suspension bridge.
Considering people could barely cross it.
So she must have left it on the Hazakura side of the bridge and crossed on
I think
foot.
this is Sister Bikini.
Oh wait, that's not me. Ha ha. Ha ha.
Wow, Sister
Sounds
Bikini,
right.
you suddenly sound a lot like Mr. Edgeworth.
Like, it's my Edgeworth impression.
But what's odd is when I left Iris and returned to the Hazakura temple, I'm sorry. I didn't see anything near Dusky Bridge.
You must have just failed to see it, sister.
Maybe. But when I made it back to Hazakura Temple, it was there by the main gate, the snowmobile, I mean. I know what I saw. It was covered in snow, too. God, stop revising.
But that is impossible.
Order in the court. What does this all mean?
So then, what was the snowmobile used for? It wasn't taken by the defendant when she went to the inner temple. If it had been, then the witness couldn't possibly have seen it by the gate. Furthermore, it wasn't used by the killer to dispose of the murder weapon. If that was the case, there would be two sets of tracks in this photo. All we know is this. After it stopped snowing, someone used the snowmobile to return to Hazakura Temple. God, I hope it's Maya, because she's still out there or something. I don't know.
In freezing water.
Right. I never thought a simple snowmobile could cause so much trouble.
I think we've learned all we can from this witness. Yes, I've nothing more to add. So much for our freaking short stream tonight, y'all.
I know.
I told you everything that I know. But then that still leaves us with the same problem. If only there was a witness who could testify to having seen the snowmobile.
A witness, huh?
Who guesses who? Was there no one out walking, perhaps, near Dusky Bridge on that night?
I mean, there was, but do you really want to put yourself through that, Your Honor?
Don't think that's likely. It was cold enough to freeze your ears off. Only an idiot would go out wandering in that.
Oh, we know an idiot.
Unless they had something really important to do. That's a shame. Jesus, are we up to 22 whips?
Hold on.
I just looked at
22 whippings. Something is coming to me. Oh, an idiot may well have gone wandering out on the subarctic night. Your Honor. Actually, there just might be one individual who may be of help to us. I happen to know an idiot.
Really? You?
You know of someone who might have seen the snowmobile on the night of the murder?
Uh-huh. I don't know for sure if he saw it or not. But he is an idiot, so there are two things about him that do come to mind.
Which are?
First, that he saw something incredible on the night of the murder.
And the second being...
This individual that I am thinking of went wandering outside on that cold night. In other words, he is our kind of idiot.
Frederick, who is this idiot you were talking about?
Talking about this guy, sir. In the anime, Edgeworth doesn't call Larry to testify, he just jumps out of the stand.
Oh my god.
Yes, that's the way to do it.
This guy must be a product of Jean-Luc de Leduc's Guide to Obnoxious French Painting.
Yes. This is Larry Butts, a disciple of the victim, Elise Donim.
Her student? Interesting. Why was he wandering about outside in the night of the murder?
That's,
Because he's an idiot.
I could tell them all about the designs for Iris, but it may cost us his credibility as a witness before I even call him. He is, after all, an artiste. I can't believe I said that about Larry. He was perhaps searching for something in the snowy scenery that would move him. Although I cannot guarantee that this is the reason.
Why does Miles Edgeworth have a quick disclaimer?
Disclaimer, he is an artiste.
And
with
so,
an E.
this unfortunate, unreliable looking man, what exactly was it that he saw?
We about to find out. I intend to extract that from him right here in this courtroom.
Summon this youth as a witness immediately.
Alright, we're gonna call it here.
Yep. Next time.
Yes. So next stream is Thursday, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific, like normal. We'll be back on this, and we will talk to Larry as a witness.
Okay.
Which should be super fun.
Oh, Lord.
Anyone got any announcements?
Nope.
Cool. All right. Wash your hands, wear a mask, please get vaccinated. And we will see you guys on Thursday. Have a good night, all.
Good night. Bye.